Hi there, just read this disclaimer please. Alright, so a bit of a hefty drop today. One of the ones I've been thinking about getting out of next was this one, because it's doing, I don't know, just a plodder. So I'm thinking maybe, I mean at one point I was thinking about selling it and buying into, see there we've got a yield of 5.05% there roughly. Merchants in Henderson High Income are yielding higher than that at the moment. So at one point I was thinking, sell that, buy one of these. But then I'm thinking, that's just silly. I'm cowering away from lowering my dividend income. And it could be at the expense of growth. So maybe I'm pondering the idea of, if we've got a similar movement tomorrow, or if everything's flat tomorrow, perhaps I might get these two, even like £3 each, closer to target. I mean, World Tracker really should be the next one, because even though I haven't put any money in Henderson High Income, it's very similar to City of London and Merchants, really. Well, Merchants is most closely similar to. But I don't know, I just feel like it can wait. I can get into the tracker anytime, I don't know. Because funds, having a load of money in these two and a load of money in these three, it's kind of like a barbell thing, isn't it? It's like super growth, super international, and low growth, high income, super UK. So it's kind of, I don't know, this is halfway, it's kind of a halfway house at yielding about 2%. I don't know. We'll see. And we've got that same thing, it's in my ISA, so putting extra money into Momentum isn't gonna be easy to do, really, kind of logistically. Okay, so SLI is still flat. So as we can see, the S&P 500, obviously it's only been open like 45 minutes, but it's pretty flat, so it's not like it's rebounded a load yet anyway. Scottish Mortgage, you can see today's, what are we on here, 5-day. So today started there, pretty flat today. Up a bit, I think it's up 0.33%. It's up a bit, but as you can see, we've still had a fairly hefty drop. So 650 a couple of days ago. So we've had a good 6% drop in Scottish Mortgage, so it's a pretty decent time to switch from standard life property income, which has been flat the past couple of days. I don't know how it's, I guess it's just a defensive asset, or I don't know. Not very affected by the coronavirus, I presume. Commercial property in the UK. Fundsmith, this is the problem with open-ended funds. What we've got there is the day before the big drop. So as the S&P, that 24th date there is actually priced at midday before the market opens in the US. So actually it's before this big drop. So this big drop here doesn't have, that isn't priced into Fundsmith's share price at the moment for the fund. So there should be a big drop in today's price, which will be noon, i.e. a few hours ago. But then the day after that, it might be, well, that's what I'm kind of working out, I'm thinking about now. Here are the top 10 holdings, so the changes within the past 40 minutes, half an hour. Down 0.75%, up 1%, up 1%, down 0.6%, up 1%, up 3%, up, down 0.3%, down flat, down 3.4%, up a bit. So I think, so realistically today Fundsmith should drop a lot to kind of reflect this big drop we had yesterday. And then tomorrow, which will be the price, if I ask it to buy now, I will get tomorrow's noon price. I reckon probably will be up maybe 0.5% to 1%. So I still think, so I think by telling it to buy today after I've sold SLI will be a bit of a drop. So I mean, it dropped anyway the day before, so there should be a decent drop and then a bit of a recovery, and then that'll be the price I get, hopefully. So I don't know, you know, it's not massive. It's not going to make massive differences the exact moment I switch these investments from here to Fundsmith and Scottish Mortgage. But it's a I might, if I'm going to do it on any day, I might as well do it on a day where the one I'm selling's flat and the ones I'm buying are down for the past couple of days, or down one day and then maybe flat today. So I'll probably do that. I'll sign out now and do that in private, and then I'll let you know what happened afterwards. Okay, so I went through with it all. So yesterday I sold Standard Life Property Investment Trust. First of all, for some reason, iWeb has suddenly started using PDF files, which is what I've been asking them to do for ages. So the contract notes are coming through like this yesterday, anyway. But what happened was, I think there was a lack of liquidity or something, because I tried to sell all of my holdings and it kept saying we'll have to do a negotiated deal. So, i.e. a deal where you don't know the price, and so you just have to trust them to do their best and accept the price they get. So what I did instead was I lowered the number of shares I wanted to sell. So I went down to 4,000 shares, as you can see here, and it went through the automatic way. That allowed me to buy Scottish Mortgage, which here's the buy note from Scottish Mortgage, because I wanted to do that straight away. Because with the negotiated deals, you have to just wait for them to do it. I think in the end it took a couple of hours, or at least it took a couple of hours for them to get back to me. So by doing the lower quantity first, it cost me £5 extra, but it allowed me to buy Scottish Mortgage without having to wait. So there we can see I got the price of 6.04p, or no, £6.04, which is a fair bit lower than the last time I bought it. And then for the rest of it, the 2,761, again it wouldn't do it. So it's like they had 4,000 ready to be sold by some. They had 4,000 that they were ready to buy straight. I don't know how it works, to be honest. Maybe the market makers only went up to 4,000, but then even once I'd bought 4,000, the 2,761 wasn't ready to be done anyway. So I don't get it. I'm using very vague terms here because I don't fully understand how this stuff works. But anyway, so for the remainder, I had to just let them do it themselves without me approving the price. And in the end, I think it was a very small amount difference. 0.943p I got on that one, and the first one I got 9.44. So I got slightly better the first time, but not a big deal. Yeah, so I bought Scottish Mortgage, and obviously there's Fundsmith that has just come through today at a couple of % lower than the other day. So I got the price of 4.225 British pounds. So for Fundsmith, I managed to buy it after like a 3% down yesterday, 2% down today. As you can see, there's a little bit of the dip. So yeah, it's not like I've managed to find the bottom of a market, but it's just better than doing it when it was having a relatively good day compared to Standard Life Property Income, and same for Scottish Mortgage. I got about 605, so a bit of a dip. Anyway, there we go, and let's see how that's affected the statistics on the portfolio. So before I had a projected dividend income of 11,303, and that's now gone down to £11,018. So a good few £100 lower in dividends now. I've now got in growthy stuff 36.7%, and before it was 35. So I've just nudged up, as before, just nudged up a couple of % towards growthy. And I think my UK must have come down as well. So it was it's 57.82% now, and it was 59.70. Yeah. So as before, just creeping my way towards this target portfolio, getting myself more like these numbers here, balanced in growthiness versus dividendy, balanced in UK versus international. Making my way there. Alright. How are the markets today anyway? I can see it here, can't we? Mixed bag really today. Scottish Mortgage ended up being up. It was heavily down. Right at the open, it was heavily down, 5% or something. And I was thinking to myself, oh, if this continues, maybe I'll put another £7,000. Maybe I'll put half of the cash into Scottish Mortgage and Fundsmith as well. Take an opportunity to get in at a low ebb. But alas, it all recovered a bit, so I'll put that plan on hold. I'll wait for a bigger dip in the market before I start putting this cash to work. Alright, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.